Hey guys, and welcome back to Med About Skin. In today's video, we're talking all things niacinamide and something that's becoming known online as the niacinamide ban. I've received a lot of questions around this, and so I thought I'd break it apart in today's video. What's actually going on when it comes to niacinamide serums and products that contain this ingredient? Are we likely to see products like this, the ordinary niacinamide, disappear from shelves? Well, I've got it all covered in today's video, and hopefully by the end of it, you'll be able to make the right decisions when it comes to your individual skin's needs. Sit back, relax, let's talk all things niacinamide. Now in today's video, we're going to cover everything you need to know about niacinamide, the potential changes to legislation which might be coming up, the pros, the cons, and then of course at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you what I think are the best niacinamide serums. I've left some timestamps down in the description box below, so if you want to jump to one section of the video over another, those timestamps are there for your convenience, so be my guest. As always here on Mad About Skin, this video isn't sponsored and it isn't in paid partnership. You'll never see a sponsorship here on the channel because I pride myself on my independence. I'm going to speak from the heart and not the wallet, so if you appreciate truly independent skincare advice, recommendations and content, make sure to like the video, follow along for more and do all that YouTubey stuff. Now, without further ado, I think it's time we cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So, niacinamide. I think, well, at one point, the most popular skincare ingredient on planet Earth. Whilst it's declined in popularity recently, it is still a key feature of just about everyone's skincare routine. It's found in cleansers, serums, moisturizers, sunscreens, you name it, you'll see a product with niacinamide in it. And a lot of people, I think, got a bit carried away. You hear people online proclaiming the virtues of niacinamide as if it's going to cure every single skin condition and concern that you might have. I think a lot of people go into this ingredient with unrealistic expectations, and as a result choose the wrong product, choose the wrong strength, and don't get the results that they expect. Now, regulators have started to tentatively step in when it comes to niacinamide. Before, it was a bit like the Wild West. You could practically use any concentration of this ingredient and there were very few restrictions and limitations. This is something that's actually been reined in. Now, you might hear people refer to this as a niacinamide ban online. I don't think that's the right terminology, because no country, no regulator is talking about banning niacinamide, but rather restricting the percentages which can be used. This is something that I think has been spearheaded by a number of Asian countries which are looking to limit the concentration of niacinamide down to, on average, 5% in products. I actually don't think this is a bad thing, and I'm going to come on to my reasons why I'm actually in favour of this later in the video. But generally, 5% seems to be the cap at which a lot of regulators are looking to limit niacinamide. It's not just Asian countries, the European Union is doing some work in some research into niacinamide. The workings of the European Union are ridiculously slow, so don't expect any changes in legislation for the next 10 years. But this is the start of a process which looks like they are going to start regulating niacinamide more closely down the line. Like I say, 10 years time, but it's the start of that process. And I think this is really causing almost like a domino effect where lots of other regulators in other countries are starting to look at this ingredient. So let's do a bit of a deep dive into niacinamide, what it is and what some of the potential problems are. So niacinamide is a B vitamin, which does actually have some really great benefits. Studies have shown that it can help erase hyperpigmentation, achieve a more even skin tone. It can help support water retention in the skin, boost hydration, and also repair the barrier function. And also, studies show that niacinamide can, in some instances, be effective at regulating oil levels in the skin and minimizing oil production, particularly those that have very acne-prone skin. It has some antimicrobial, antibacterial, and of course anti-inflammatory benefits, meaning it can be great when it comes to fighting acne and breakouts. But I feel as an ingredient, we've kind of jumped on all of those studies and just proclaimed it to be the greatest ingredient in skincare planet Earth, when it's not. Actually, most of these studies show that niacinamide can contribute to achieving these outcomes, but isn't, as a standalone ingredient, going to actually achieve it. You need to use it alongside other actives to get the best results, and it works best as part of a comprehensive skincare routine. Also, concentration is key. Any study you read into niacinamide will show, with a few exceptions, that it works best at between a 2 and a 5% strength. This is where you're going to get the maximum results and outcomes, but also the minimum risk of side effects and irritation. These same studies show that if you use niacinamide in a 10% plus concentration, it actually significantly increases the risk of side effects and irritation for the user without actually meaningfully increasing the results you're going to see. brands kind of ignored that part. They fixated on the benefits of niacinamide and kind of ignored some of the cautionary tales that these studies were showing. As a result, most niacinamide serums come in a 10+% concentration, causing a lot of sensitivity without any actual additional meaningful gains versus using a lower strength. And this is what the regulators seem to have latched onto and said, yeah, if the brands aren't going to self-regulate and actually use some caution with this, we might need to step in and limit this. Now, there are some instances where niacinamide in a higher concentration could work, particularly if you have very stubborn acne, very out of control oil production, then studies did show up to 20% could be beneficial. But again, the side effects you can get from that are quite intense. And so really, this should be done in consultation with a medical professional, someone that's seen you face to face and can make that determination, rather than just a brand that almost percentage chasing and trying to sell us the highest strength in the belief that it's going to deliver the best results. It doesn't. And this is really why I think regulators have started to take a closer look. Now, brands might be getting ahead of that curve a little bit, because I have noticed recently that a lot of brands have started to reduce the niacinamide concentration in their products. They've started to come out with lower strength options. And this ultimately is almost forward planning for what's going to come down the line. So in terms of niacinamide, do I think people should panic and eradicate it from their skincare routines? Absolutely not. I think, like a lot of things in skincare, in moderation, it can add really great benefits. If you reach for niacinamide on a daily basis, in and around that 5% concentration, it will help fade hyperpigmentation. It will definitely help regulate oil levels in the skin and help boost the barrier function. These are all great benefits, and using it part of a comprehensive routine will give you the very best outcomes. But like I say, strength is key, and that's why I think these regulators have started to step in and regulate niacinamide as an ingredient. So in that spirit, I don't want this to come across that I'm anti-niacinamide, that somehow I'm against it as an ingredient. I've never been its biggest supporter. When people were going through that viral everything is niacinamide craze, I never really jumped onto that bandwagon. It wasn't for me. But I'm also not somebody that's against niacinamide. I use it in moderation, and these are what I would say would be my top picks. Now, earlier I was brandishing this, the ordinary niacinamide 10%, zinc 1% serum. This used to be the best-selling niacinamide. I don't think it is anymore, but it used to be, and it's probably going to fall foul of the regulators when the time comes. But the ordinary got ahead of the game and actually launched this. This is the ordinary niacinamide 5% face and body emulsion. This is a better product. It has a nicer texture. You get more product and it costs less. So it's just a really affordable dupe for itself almost. And it's got 5%. I would say to anyone that's using this, ditch it. Use this, you will get the exact same results, less side effects and irritation, and it's cheaper. I think this is a no-brainer, and you can read me to this in 2 years' time if this doesn't come off, but I won't be surprised if in 2 years' time this product doesn't exist anymore and it's just been replaced by this one. The Ordinary know where this is heading, and honestly, this is a game changer of a product that I recommend to everybody. This one might be on its way out. Now, The Ordinary do have their November sale at the moment, which gives 23% off. So if you did want to try this one out, it is currently 23% off. You don't need any codes or anything. I've left a link down in the description. If you use that, go through to the website, it'll automatically have that 23% taken off. But yeah, if you're using this, swap to this. I honestly think your skin will love it. Now, that's a great all-round niacinamide treatment that you can use twice a day, every day to get those benefits, particularly around fading hyperpigmentation, reducing inflammation in the skin. If you want something a little bit more targeted, let me share with you this. This is the PSA Skin Heroin Toner. 5% niacinamide, so again, that perfect concentration that all these studies show is going to give you maximum results, minimum risk of side effects and irritation. But you have this alongside mandelic acid and other exfoliators. This is a couple of times a week treatment, which if your core reason for using niacinamide is to fade hyperpigmentation, dark spots and discoloration, get this. Hands down, the best at doing that, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful toner. Now, for the month of November, this, as along with all other PSA Skin products, their products are all amazing, to be fair, are buy one, get one free. You have to put 2 of the same product in your basket, then when you check out, one of them will show as free. So this is buy one, get one free. All their other products are, the Follow the Light mask is also available and amazing. I love their vitamin C. They've got so many amazing, amazing products. Definitely take a look. But this this is my personal favorite, and while it's buy one get one free, I've stocked up because this is one of the ways I get my niacinamide without overdoing it and really getting to grips with my hyperpigmentation. Now, I mentioned earlier in the video that niacinamide was great at boosting the barrier function of the skin, healing and repairing the skin barrier. If that's your primary reason for you using niacinamide, maybe opt for this. This is the Allies of Skin Molecular Savior Probiotics Treatment Mist. 5% niacinamide, fantastic, again, the perfect strength. You've also got silver in here, which is antimicrobial, so it's going to reduce the risk of any breakouts. It's going to help minimize acne scarring. It's a fantastic ingredient. You've got a lot of other barrier boosting ingredients in here too, and it really can help reset the microbiome with its probiotic elements. Just a really nice mist. It's got a beautiful, beautiful atomizer on it. You can spritz this. It just goes on flawlessly. And again, Alice Skin at the moment are doing 30% off for their Black Friday November sale. I love sale season. Skincare sale season is my happy time, and I have been stocking up on all of these. But yeah, this one's currently 38% off, and I do also have a discount code, which I've left in the description box, which will also get you, if you use it, you'll automatically get the 30% off, but you'll also get a free lip balm. This is their lip balm, which is one of my absolute favorites. So you'll also get a free lip balm on top of the 30% off, which is amazing. This is great to get your niacinamide fix, specifically for boosting the skin barrier. This is it, and I just absolutely love it. Now, last but by no means least, I want to talk about a product from my own line. This is the Mad About Skin Protect and Hydrate Sunscreen. So most studies will say that if you use niacinamide in around a 5% concentration, that will give you maximum results, minimum side effects and irritation. But if you're looking to use niacinamide to minimize sun damage, using it as part of a sun protection routine, then actually 1.5 to 2% is like that sweet spot for delivering maximum results. I don't use niacinamide in the rest of my skincare line because I don't want people to overdo it and overuse it. But where I think it can add value, I will be strategic, and I included a 1.5% concentration of niacinamide in this sunscreen. That's there as an antioxidant to ward off sun-induced premature aging, and it will give you just that touch of niacinamide without a high dose and risk of overdoing it. They're strategically for a reason rather than to just grab some headlines, which is what a lot of brands has used this ingredient for. And I think this is a great way of getting a low dose of niacinamide regularly in your skincare routine, because you're probably going to reapply this a couple of times a day. So if you've got 1.5% a couple of times a day, that's going to give you your daily niacinamide need, prevent premature aging, and you don't have to go with a whole suite of other products. And again, in keeping with all of that sales season vibes, this is currently 30% off. You can get it as part of a trio too, which will bring that cost down even further. Left some links down below. Use the code that's down below and that'll get you the 30% off. But yeah, 1.5% used a couple of times a day because you're going to reapply, and that will give you your niacinamide fix, prevent premature aging, and actually be using it in a strategic way rather than just percentage chasing, which is what I think unfortunately a lot of brands do. So there you have it, guys, a bit of a rundown of niacinamide. What some people are terming the niacinamide ban is actually just going to be a gradual rollout of restrictions in terms of the percentages, which I actually think is going to be a good thing, because if the brands won't self-regulate, this is where regulators have to step in and maybe look after us, the consumer. For some people, a 15 or a 20% niacinamide might be absolutely fine, but the vast majority of us will get a lot of sensitivity, irritation, and a lot of side effects from using that. 5% is the sweet spot, and hopefully we've seen with a lot of the changes in the industry with brands coming out with new lower strength options, changes already happening. Take for example that Ordinary product, a great option for their previously viral 10%. Get the 5% emulsion, trust me, your skin will love it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. And this is actually forms part of what I'm calling Skincare Month here on the channel, where for the month of November, we actually do a video every single day. Instead of every other day, every single day. And I'm absolutely loving it, and I've got so much lined up. So let me know if you've made it this far to the bitter end and you're looking forward to the rest of Skincare Month. Make sure to let me know by leaving the star emoji down in the comments so I can thank you for being on this journey with me. And just like I say, hopefully we can have a lot of fun in November together as a wonderful skincare community. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.